everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Morgan.x.faulkner. I hope you are well. So in today's video I am going to be showing you how I achieved my dewy spring skin. So if you want to see how I went from this to this, then please keep watching. So I've just zoomed you guys in so you can see what is going on, and I would normally do my brows off camera, but I'm just going to keep them nice and natural and fluffy today. They are really grown out, so we're just going to brush them through with some brow mascara. So I am just going to take my usual Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel. This is in the shade Taupe. This is a little bit too light for me now, but if I do want to darken my brows up I will just run a little bit of mascara through them. But we are sticking with this for now until I purchase another one, which shouldn't be too long because this one is running out. So just starting by literally brushing this through the hairs. Oops. I'm just going to move my fringe out of the way. I have to get this sooner than I thought because I am desperate for it. So annoying, I don't want to spend any money. Only because like, I would normally not think like 2 seconds about ordering some more brow gel, but you know, like this whole getting paid by furlough government scheme thing's scary. The little voice in my head is just like, what if they don't pay you? Then you're like, no, I shouldn't have got that brow mascara last month. Oh, I hate it. And why does all your makeup have to run out at the same time as well? Like literally I need more brow mascara, more primer, more foundation, more concealer. What else am I running low on? Oh, some more Anastasia Beverly Hills powder, which I absolutely love. I love that stuff, but it's like £39. To be fair though, you get quite a lot. Let's compare the size of my other ones. Let me just grab it. Okay, so this is the Jeffree Star one, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and this is the Laura Mercier one, so they're about the same size. See how much profit. So in the Laura Mercier you get 29 grams. In the Jeffree Star one you get 10 grams, holy moly, and in the Anastasia one you get 25 grams. For Anastasia one is £39 for 25 grams. The Laura Mercier one is £32 for 29 grams. And the Jeffree Star one is 10 grams, that is 21. Anyway, I got distracted again, sorry. Carrying on. I'm just going to carve out my brows, just using a small concealer brush from Real Techniques and my Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in the shade C6. Again, I need some of this. And then just going to carve out underneath to make them a little bit neater, but not worrying too much because like I said, I do want to keep them nice and fluffy. I am actually getting used to a grown out brow, you know. I feel like I might keep it. I put some hair removal cream on my centre on my monobrow the other day, and oh my god, thank god I did it because they were so bad, like crazy bad. I was giving Bigfoot a run for his money with that monobrow that I had going on. So just like so. Obviously you can see I've still got hair there, obviously, but it just helps to tidy up the brow a little bit more. And just the same on the other side. So then now they've dried down a bit, I'm just going to run a tiny bit more of the brow mascara through the mids to the ends, just to deepen it up a little bit more. Oops. Like so. Obviously not going where I've just put that concealer. So I know when they're like this they don't really have much structure or shape to them, but that's fine. I want to keep it quite natural today. So then I'm not going to do my eyes, I'm going to go straight in with face. So this is how I would achieve my dewy spring skin. So always starting with skincare. I have just cleansed my skin before this. So I use the Kind Natured oil-based cleanser and then the gel-based cleanser straight afterwards. So the oil-based cleanser helps to remove any impurities from the skin, and the gel cleanser is then that second cleanse that helps to really clean and get rid of any excess impurities, any makeup that the first cleanse didn't get. So obviously in the morning you shouldn't be taking off any makeup anyway, because you should have done it well enough the night before. So then going into skincare, I'm first going to take my Carbon Theory toner. So this just helps to control any breakouts, which I do sometimes still get. Just applying a little bit of that onto a cotton pad and running it up the neck and all over the face in an upwards motion, obviously just being careful of the brows. So I didn't want to do my skincare and then my brows, because I wanted it to keep the skin nice and glowing with all the products and then go in with the foundation, whereas I feel like it would have sunk in a little bit too much first if we had have done the skincare and then the brows. So that is feeling nice and tingly, that tea tree in there, which is fine. And then I go in with my eye gel and my eye cream. I put my eye products on before any other moisturisers, serums, sprays, because I feel like the other products are so heavy and you don't want those under your eyes, and I feel like once they get under there they are then creating a bit of a barrier and your eye products won't sink in as well. So I like to do mine first. So I first take my Mario Badescu Ceramide Eye Gel, and I always apply this with my ring fingers, literally just the tiniest little bit, rubbing it together and applying it underneath the eyes. On a night time I will add a little bit more product than this, but for the daytime like this is fine, unless obviously I wasn't wearing any makeup at all. And then going straight on top with the hyaluronic eye cream. Because we've patted that in, it's instantly pressed straight into the skin, so we don't have to wait for that product to soak in. Then exactly the same method, applying it really lightly, dabbing it in, bringing it down and taking it over the eyelids too. I do like to focus a little bit of this massage movement here, because this is where I am starting to get under eye wrinkles, like so. So they feel lovely and hydrated now. And then I go in with my Revolution Caffeine Energizing Essence Spray. It is just a really nice revitalizing skin spray. It wakes your skin up in the morning, refreshes you, it gets rid of dullness, gets rid of redness, and really wakes your skin up for the day. Just giving it a little shake and applying it. I'm not bothered about going over my brows. Only thing I will say is it's really hard to pump. It smells so good as well. And just letting that, like, can you see already how instantly that has made my skin look so glowy? Okay, and then next I go in with an SPF. Always, whether you're wearing makeup or not, wear an SPF, whether it's a separate SPF, whether it's a moisturiser that's got SPF in, a tinted moisturiser, a BB cream, a foundation with SPF in, wear your SPF because it helps anti-aging. Obviously the sun damages the skin, it stops you from getting burnt, which helps prevent in the long run skin cancer, again anti-aging. So SPF is so important. So I'm going in with the Soleil. I don't know how to pronounce that, is this one. It's hard to see on camera because it is quite a reflective writing, but it's the Soleil Toujours SPF 30 Set and Protect Micro Mist. So I love this because you can put it on before your makeup, after your makeup. You can just chuck it in your bag, take it wherever and apply it whenever you need a top up, whether you've got makeup on, whether you haven't. This is gonna be my ride or die. I know it for years to come. It is also organic, it is a cruelty free and vegan brand, and it's also coral reef safe as well, because I believe that when we wash our bodies and all the sun cream comes off, it's damaging to the coral. I think, I could be wrong, but anyway, best to go with something that's reef safe. So I'm just going to apply that. You'll see it mists out like a setting spray. It's very fine. So that's all you need to protect your skin. Obviously some of that went onto my neck also, and I feel like it helps to give as well a really lovely dewy glow. So that is how my skin's looking with the products so far. To finish off my skin, I will then go in with my day moisturiser. So again, this is another cruelty free and vegan brand. It is by a brand called Organic and Botanic, and this is the Amazonian Protecting Day Moisturiser. I love the feel of this. It feels so expensive and like bougie, but it's not actually that expensive. I think it was about £18, I believe I paid for it, but obviously I'll link it down below so you guys can see. And it's lovely and light as well. So apply that to the neck. You literally need the tiniest bit as well, which is amazing. So just rubbing that in an upward position. You want to go up because it trains the muscles to stay upright, hence anti-aging, which we need. So I am lucky enough to get little freckles. I was meant to be ginger 100%. My mum, when she was younger, was a full-on carrot top redhead, and she is covered in freckles at this time of the year, and I was 100% meant to be a redhead because I get the freckles, I have the fair skin, I burn incredibly easy if I'm not careful, but I just didn't get the hair, which is okay, but I kind of wish I did because ginger hair is so beautiful. And then I'm just going to finish off with some of my lip balm. So again, this is, I don't know how to say this, but is it EOS, or I don't know how to say that, but they are cruelty-free brand. Not all of their products are vegan, but I know that this one is vegan, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to protect my lips also. So my skin is feeling lovely and hydrated, it looks really lovely and glowy. I am still going to go in with a little bit of primer, so I'm just taking this really lovely hydrating Too Faced Hangover Primer. I really need to get some more primers in my collection because I literally use this in every single video, and it's nearly run out, and Cult Beauty don't have any in stock. So I'm just going to press that into the skin and work with those skincare products. Okay, so that is skin all prepped and it's feeling nice and tacky, ready for my foundation. I am going to take a Morphe Damp Beauty Sponge, and I'm also going to go in with my Benefit Cosmetics Hello Flawless foundation. I am in the shade I'm Pure for Sure Ivory. Now I know this is not even a cruelty free brand, let alone vegan, but I just want to finish this off before I chuck it out because it has got quite a lot left. I do like the foundation. I wouldn't say it lasts very well, but I will definitely be finding a alternative to this because I don't really have another lightweight foundation in a shade for when I'm pale. I have also just seen this has got SPF 25 in it also, so we are fully protected today. So I'm just going to pump a little bit of that on the back of my hand and just take it over the skin, keeping it nice and light. So making that stretch quite far. I still want to see my natural skin underneath. So like this is probably way too much that I've put on there, because I'm literally just doing enough to even out my skin tone and basically get that your skin but better effect. I may not look it, but I've actually got a tiny bit of a tan. This is what I mean when I say I was meant to be a redhead, because I've been sat out in the sun since basically quarantine started and I'm not a bronze goddess yet. And then I'm also just blending out that concealer that I used to carve out my brows onto the lids, and also put a tiny bit of foundation on there too. Okay, so look at all that I have just wasted, because I'm done now with foundation. So I'm just going to wipe that off. And I'm just going to zoom you in to show you my skin, so you really can still see all my acne redness that I have under there. You can still see my freckles on my nose and a few of my impurities down here, but this is how I am wanting to look. Obviously you could go more full coverage if you want, but that is how I am wanting my foundation for today. And then I am going to go in with that same Jeffree Star concealer just to help brighten, but only putting a little bit on, so like so. And just going back in with the same sponge and blending that out, going over the lid just to literally get the dark circles there. This would also be a really nice foundation for a holiday if you wanted to have a little bit of coverage without being too heavy for a meal, because we all know how horrible that feels when you've got too much makeup on and it is absolutely boiling. Okay, then I'm going to go straight in with highlight before I set anything. So I'm going to take my iconic London Illuminator drops in Original and just dot that all over the face on the high points where I want a wee bit of highlight. A wee bit, that's not true. So just firstly starting by tapping that in with my ring finger. Bringing it round. I love a forehead highlight, especially in the spring and summer. Bounce over the top just to blend it in a tiny bit more. So we are looking like we had just stepped out of the shower. My skin is wet, honey. I'm going to take a little bit of that Jeffree Star concealer on a breakout that I have just there and there, and just take my sponge and tap over. I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder and this, I don't even know what this is, this little brush, I think it's by Lime Crime. I'm going to press that in right under the eyes, so we're not baking, we're just making sure it's properly pressed in so the eyes don't crease. So just doing that there. And then before we set the rest of the face, I've not done this before, so this could turn out terribly wrong, but I want to try liquid blush, but I don't have liquid blush, so I'm going to use a liquid lipstick. And for that I'm going to take my Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa K, and I'm just going to go for it. Holy moly, this could ruin everything. Just blend that in with my sponge. Okay, no, that's cute. Oh my god, I should have done one cheek at a time. It's drying down. Whew. It's blended out. I had to put in work, but it's blended out. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit more on. I'm going to do one cheek at a time because it dries pretty damn quick. That's so cute. Okay, note to self, maybe do highlight after. No, actually that's okay. Cute, you've got like that blushed look. Okay, and then I'm just going to set the rest of my face down, just using the same brush that I used for my under eyes. Just going all the way over the face now. Not putting too much on because obviously we are going to put a little bit of powder blush on and bronzer. So you don't want to go too crazy. And also we don't want to dull that glowy skin. That's why you want a nice light powder. Then for bronzer, I am going to go in as always with my Urban Decay Beached bronzer. But this does have a few little gold reflects in it, so it's nice and glowy, but I'm not going to go heavy on the blush. The bronzer, I'm just going to keep it nice and light, just going in with the powder brush from Lime Crime and just tapping that into the skin. Like so, so nice and lightly. Bringing it up onto the forehead. And over the nose. Like so. So again, not too heavy on the blush, just kind of that sun-kissed look. If you're a bit more tan than me, you could go a little bit heavier because obviously it will look more natural on you. But I'm really pale, so a really heavily bronzed face is not going to look natural with this. So I'm just going to go over with a little bit more highlight just to give a bit more of a dewy finish. But I'm going to take it really lightly on a fan brush. So again, this cute little glittery Lime Crime brush and my Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator. I think she has discontinued this now, but she has got a loose highlighter version. So just applying that where I put that iconic one underneath. So you can just see, just gives it a little bit more of a glow, but without being too unnatural. That's why I like to use a fan brush with my highlight for when I'm doing more natural bases. And I do like to bring it down onto the apples of my cheeks too. So over the under my nose, just here, kind of coming up in between the brows almost, Cupid's bow, and chin. So next I'm going to go in with a blush, yes, more blush, and I'm going to go in with a blush out of my Becca and Chrissy highlight palette. Go in with this. Now it looks very, very scary, but it's more of a blush topper, so you can take it more lightly and build it up. So just a couple of little taps in there, tap off the excess and apply that where I've got that cream blush underneath, which isn't really picking up on camera, but in real life it's just give me a nice flushed glow. Just the other side. So I feel like I have crazy amounts of blush on now, which is so annoying that it's not picking up on the camera, but I like it. It's cute. So for eyes, I'm just going to keep it nice and natural. So I'm just going to go in with my iconic London Sugar and Spice eyeshadow palette. Just going in with the shade Icon and just popping that under the brow bone to give it a bit of a glow. And the inner corner too, to help brighten there. And I'm just going to go in with this more fluffy brush for my transition colour, and I'm going to take the shade Top de Top and just run that straight through the crease. You could use a bronzer for this also. Just like so, just to give yourself a wee bit of colour. If you want it to be a little bit darker, you can absolutely build it up. I'm going to make it a tiny bit darker but not go too crazy because I want to keep quite natural. And just chucking that over the lid also. Going to take this Real Techniques brow brush and this shade Merlot Mondays and do a little wing. I will zoom you guys in for this and I won't talk. Like so, and then I'm just going to grab my finger and smudge it out a little so it's not as like perfect. More like that because I don't want it to be heavy, obviously.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the tunnel closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven.
A really natural look with a wing. And then I'm just going to go in with some mascara. I'm taking my PHB Ethical Beauty mascara and just running that over the lashes. Oh, I just got it on my lid. If that happens, wait for it to dry and then flick it off with a cotton bud. Okay, I'm not going to put any falsies on today, so I'm going to coat my lashes quite a lot in mascara. So I'm not really going to do much on my bottom lash line. I'm just going to take that shade Top de Top again on my fluffy morph brush and just literally run that straight underneath the lash line and flicking it out with that little wing. Then just applying mascara to the bottom lashes. Before I put lipstick on, I'm just going to set my face, and for that I'm going to go in with a nice glowy one. So I'm going to go in with the iconic original prep set and glow spray and just spritz that all over. Then for lips, I'm going to take my Essence lip liner in the shade 07 Cute Pink and just line the lips. I'm not going to overdraw, just keep it nice and natural to enhance what I've already got. Then going in with the Colourpop Matte X Lippy Sticks in the shade Barely There. I don't know why this is called Barely There because it's a very bright pink. But what I'm going to do is just, because we've got that lip balm on already, this is going to make it that bit easier. Just kind of apply that like so. And then just take my finger and blend it out like so. I'm just going to take my Essence Shine 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 gloss and just apply that onto the lips. Okay, and then lastly before we finish, I'm just going to go back with my Dip Brow Gel and create some little freckles with these. So just wipe off the excess and kind of just tap it on where I want some freckles. So just enhancing my natural ones. Tapping over if I feel like I've done a bit too much. So this is the finished look and how I achieved my glowy spring skin. Obviously keeping it nice and natural, nice and glowy, not heavy on the eyes, just sticking with mascara. You could put some natural lashes on if you wanted. You could do a coral lip, nude lip, a coral lip, a nude lip, pink lip, whatever you want you could do, and it would go lovely with this soft glowy skin. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and click that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye loves.